Hello everyone, Rosalie Ina here, Hummingbird Flower, and I wanted to share some channeled art I recently did while I was on a plane during the full moon. And this is the, the drawing, and you can look at it from many perspectives. There's not one right way to look at it. There's many ways, and I felt like sharing it and talking about it for a moment because this is also one, there's different types of coding that may resonate with some of you, um, especially old souls, I want to say. But I felt, well, I heard, pull some cards so you can expand upon it. The influences that were, because there were many influences while I was on the plane, from my higher self or my galactic family, but then also from Earth. And I felt like there was a message behind it. So I pulled some cards and that gave me the clarity I needed, because I'm also, when I was making this on the plane, an incident happened that called me to the fore to use my abilities in a way that I had not used before in this life anyway. But after doing it, I realized, oh, I was supposed to do this on purpose for me to see my capabilities in another capacity. But then also it gave me, with my inner vision, a whole nother capacity of seeing, um, as a shamanist, as a medicine woman, how to see things in real time instead of always going to the roots of things. I That's just the best way I can explain it, because I was able to see and perceive not only with my physical eyes but my inner vision and behind me without turning my head. Some of you have that ability, know you have it, and it's true. Because we're becoming online, our DNA is being activated, the different strands are being activated in new octaves as we are learning and growing and letting go of a lot of things and flowing. This is a kind of a fluid energy here. So I wanted to bring out this one part here. There's an opening, and sometimes life is a great mystery. And then there's different seeds that let out, or you let out in different ways. I just heard fallopian tubes, it can be perceived as, or I mean, I am a feminine, a divine feminine. So I just wanted to bring this up. So here are the cards that came out first. And they said to read this to you because it will resonate in a way. Also, reminder. So I don't always draw, but I do other forms of creative work. But I feel to say, if some of you feel like drawing or doodling, you're probably going to realize that you're drawing some things. You may not understand why you're drawing it, but just let it flow out of you. And then, like with this drawing I didn't have an intention. I just allowed it to work through me and be inspired. And that's what I did. So one of the inspirations was mystery, the mystery, and it's card number 52. So 5 has to do with change. It has to do with being assertive, going in a new direction. And 2 has to do with femininity, your intuition, balance and duality as well. So this is the part they wanted me to bring up with this, that I'm going to read, because part of the influence was a great mystery. I don't really know why I channeled that out, but it served a purpose that is still unfolding. So it's also trusting the mystery. This marker directs you into the unknowable mystery of your journey. It is the sacred place where all things are created but not yet formed. It points the way as the wind is going. Woo! It points the way to pure power and potential, which meets the magic of intention. It tells you that the magical, unknowable forces of destiny and fate are working in your life. The forces that you can never fully understand or control are indeed weaving their magic around you to help you fulfill your true purpose. There is, however, a warning to be humble here. The mystery reveals itself only when it chooses, and not when or how you demand it. The cosmic laws operate here, outside of time and space, outside of human influence and intellect. Only hindsight will reveal the patterns. Only hindsight will reveal the patterns, which is what's happening. I'm realizing, oh, that's why I drew that. There's personal reasons that are unfolding. And it has dragon energy and codes in that too. Influences. Only total trust and the deepest faith can be your allies when the mystery appears as a sacred journey marker on your path. Sometimes it may seem as if you're going backwards, but truly, if you look at a spiral, it goes up, back, and around, reaching upward, although it may seem for a time that you are not. You are indeed progressing. Trust the mystery and keep going. For now, trust that the thread of your life is woven into the pattern of the mystery with beauty, grace, strength, and purpose. This marker is an auspicious and profound omen that shows you that you are on the correct path. I don't know about you, I needed that reassurance. I do have faith, but sometimes the humanness in me humans. And I'm just like, what in the world? Because sometimes when I know on my journey, when I'm progressing forward and I'm just like, okay, things are going good. I like this. Meeting new people, places, and things. Things I thought about are happening or like instantly manifesting. And then all of a sudden, and sometimes it's just a pause because like right now from that incident, I did I'll just share this one tidbit. When I was on the plane drawing some of this on the flight, it was during the full moon, and I had the moon on one side when I was looking out the window and the sun was on the other side, and in the plane we're in the middle. And there was an incident that happened that called me to use my healing abilities and to channel energies. Archangel Michael was with us, as well as Archangel Raphael and Gabriel, and probably Uriel, but there were some other components. There was another light worker at the back of the plane. It was a whole thing. And when I'm ready, I will share the story as I'm learning more and more about why this fully happened. But that great mystery, I mean, does this not look like a mystery of sorts? Depending on how you look at it, it's still a great mystery. But I trusted the process. And then when I like look back at it, I was just like, oh, this is pretty dope. Like, I don't know what it is completely. I heard it's like an amoeba, but it felt right to me though, and I allowed it to happen. There was another influence, and I felt, because I know I connect with my galactic heritage as well. Mind you, we all have a galactic heritage. Every single one of us. Every single one of us. So here's the card that came out from my galactic heritage deck, number 73, Vega, Future. There's a little picture. Kind of looks similar in some ways, huh? There's some similarities there. I just don't want to lose my page here. Ooh. Just in like the shapings of some things. Maybe not. Kind of, sort of. And I dropped that book too. So, okay. Number 73. It's feeling called to read this as well. The ancient Vegans had many challenges in their personal development, including feelings of self-limitation, self-judgment, over-controlled emotions, and martyrhood, to name a few. This kept them feeling like slaves to their mental and emotional patterns for millennia. But as they awakened, they realized that those patterns were just illusions that stopped them from seeing their inner light. Once they realized this, they experienced a tremendous sense of spiritual liberation and freedom. And that was the main thing on here. Freedom, freedom. Number 7 has to do with your mystical magicalness, alchemy, divine alchemy. And 3 has to do with creativity. 7 plus 3 equals 10, which reduces down to 1, which is a new beginning, a new direction in your life's journey. So this is the same challenge humans have. And here's what it says. Can you stop validating mental and emotional patterns and simply be your light? That has been something that has been coming up more and more and more. I realize how many things I don't show or express that is of the light within me. I'm not always, when I'm not sharing things I've created physically or thoughts that come to my mind and record and actually publish these divine insights that come through to me, I'm not shining my light like I should be. Like I do a little bit here, a little bit there, but I'm not doing the full spectrum of what I could be doing. And that's one thing that I'm being pushed more and more, which is why universe is putting me in situations publicly to express my magical abilities and to shine my light in new ways and octaves. So I wanted to bring this up. I feel like saying this one part too. Earth is in a time of darkness now, but it is always darkest before dawn. Humanity has tremendous potential to become an awakened species as well, but the process is never easy. It requires individuals and the society as a whole to see themselves clearly and to take the steps needed to transform ignorance into enlightenment. One of the other things I feel called to share is we're all different on purpose. And if we're all acting the same, what's the point? That's boring. It's boring, as my son says. I'm bored. I need something else to do. Give me something else to do. We have to make those choices to do something else and to be something else. So this, if you look into the galactic history, also, if you want a galactic heritage reading, I do offer it at rosiesjourney.com. You can book that with me, and we can do a reading getting into some of your roots. And it's just another tool, really. You can find out yourself. You don't need me to do this. You can find out yourself just like I did. I kept asking because I started to, I've had a series of different awakening periods in my life. One of the most biggest ones was in 2018, and that led me to finding more about my roots, my ancestry. But then I started to have experiences and connecting with ETs and having SETI groups meet here to connect with ETs and seeing the beings in different forms and facets, and that was really, really cool. And I was like, okay, that's real. And then that led me to learning about my galactic heritage. I even had an experience because I had resonated deeply with Sirius, the star Sirius. And when I asked in meditation, and where I was just really in a great resonant state, I was looking at the star because, mind you, I feel like saying this part, when you connect with the sun or the moon and you're focusing on that planet or that star or that tree or that plant, you're focusing your attention there, and that's your connection. All of us have telepathic abilities. If you haven't noticed already, it's already activated. And most of you anyway, because things are changing rapidly. These solar flares are activating our DNA. The times are changing. So I connected my intention to Sirius. I was looking out. I was actually outside. And then two light beings shine their light, one above and one below. And that was my yes. You do descend from here. You've done many lifetimes here. But I've realized later on, I've done many lifetimes in many, many places and many universes outside of this universe. And if you ever want to find out more about that, you can connect to your own Akashic records. I also am starting a mentorship soon. And also I offer Akashic record readings where we can find those things out too. But I always remind everybody you can do this yourself as well. We all are capable. We all have our own magical abilities. And I just want you to know that. So I wanted to share that with my drawing and draw, create, especially when we're experiencing a lot of different deep emotions. It's just another way to express yourself. The song Madonna is coming in. Express yourself. Hey, hey. If you want it right now, I'm going to let you show me how. Express what you got, baby, ready or not. Express yourself. That could be through dance, through singing, whatever creative capacity. We're here to be creators. We're not here to do the 9 to 5. I know some of us have to do it. I get it. I get it. But in the meantime, too, when you have time, doodle, do something different creatively, dress differently, express yourself, change your hair color. I'm kind of the I have that energy where I'm going to just do it and kind of reap the consequences afterward. But there's not really consequences. It's just basically people who aren't ready for it have something to say. So it's really on them, not on me. And I realized through doing those things time and time again that that's on them. It's not on me. And that's their opinion, not my opinion. And I realized by me expressing myself is actually just because 1 or 2 people don't like it, I'm influencing and being a role model and inspiration and motivation for 10 other people. I'm just throwing out numbers. But just know that that happens. Just because there's someone that's like, just know that you're inspiring many, many others to be themselves. We came here as creators. You are a creator. You have God, source, that divine spark within you. You came here on purpose to be your unique self that is totally different from everyone else. Yes, we can have similarities and such, but you came here to be uniquely you, your way. You came to bring this octave, this level of uniqueness to the table. You bring you to the table, just as you are. You are divine and worthy, just as you are creative, unique genius that you are. So I share this also for me to keep being yourself, keep sharing your unique abilities for all to see, because you don't know who you're going to inspire, who you're going to motivate to take that next step. We all are here to help and encourage each other. So I'm going to continue to do my part more often, not as so sporadically, because I realize the more I share, the more traction it gets. And then it keeps me going too, because it's like, oh, people are seeing what I did. And then I'm like, oh, they like it. Now, I'm not saying to do it for attention, but it's just to share, to inspire and influence, and to show your divine essence. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just sharing this to inspire you to do the same in your own capacity. So thank you for being here on this planet. Thank you for doing this life together again. And remember, follow your dreams and aspirations. And I mean actual literal dreams, because some of you are getting visions or you're having these dreams that are happening in parallel realities. Everything's happening all at once. So when you get these dreams of yourself doing something you wouldn't normally do in this present time, just know that's you. You're doing that in another time and space, or it's your future self showing you something to, like, if you go this way, this is going to happen. So you may want to pivot. Do what you will with that. But thank you for listening, and keep being your best and doing your best. I love you.